contestant. The first contestant for evaluation contest of Chiang Toastmasters Club evaluation contest. Toastmaster Edward. Toastmaster Edward, please.
Contest chair, judges, members and guests, and especially distinguished Toastmaster Natsaran with her speech titled, "There's No Such Thing as Failure." Now, having known this test speaker for some years now, I know that she's a motivational speaker, so the subject of failure is close to her heart. Toastmaster Natsara started off greatly, and one of the techniques she did was to ask questions. Her very first thing she said was, "How do you feel when you hear the word failure?" And her second question was, "How do you define failure?" Questions are always good. Questions, make us think. It provokes some sort of, brain chemicals in our head as we try to figure out the answers to those questions. So that's the first thing I like about her speech, asking questions. Simple but powerful questions. The second thing I like about her speech was her confidence. She had commanding presence. You could see that she wasn't shy using the whole stage. It was as if she's telling us that this was her stage. She has every right to walk around, to walk anywhere as she pleased within the stage. Her posture was powerful. She had good eye contact. And she, as I said, she was very confident. Now, a couple of things that I saw that would have made her speech better. One was that when she asked the question, "How do you define failure?" I wish, as a listener, I would be getting some sort of answer. I wanted something fed into my mouth. I wanted something straightforward and clear, and I didn't think I got that answer. Straightforward manner. And the second thing was that when she said she got into Thammasat University, she goes, "I feel so happy." It's a bit incongruent. If she got in, she'd be saying that, "I feel so happy, yes, I got in." Not feel so happy. No, I just felt that she could have pushed a little bit harder. But overall, she had a strong opening and closing, and I believe, as she said, there's no failure in life, only feedback. Thanks.
For the audience, please 1 minute of silence so the judges can mark their ballot. Thank you. Contestant number two, Toastmaster Teshit. Toastmaster Teshit.
Thank you, contest chair, fellow Toastmaster and guests, and especially distinguished Toastmaster Nisara. Your speech the title is very inspiring. There's no such thing as failure. It made me feel that, whoa, people who are full of failure as me is going to listen to this. You attract the audience with just with your title only. And your opening, you start to ask questions. That's a great way to attack your audience, like pull your audience into your speech. Why is there no such thing as failure? What does failure mean? We have questions in our minds, and that's what makes listeners want to listen to you. And then your introduction, you make it really, really attractive by using anecdotes of your past history of yourself. About your failures, you interview and you're too serious. I don't think you're serious. You're a funny person. And I love it. And you said that you failed to enter Dhammasat University on your body. And then that is what makes us feel that not everybody is always success on the first try. The audience who have experienced these kinds of trauma, people have trauma from these kind of thing, can now stand up and say, hey, she has a failure, now I can also do this. It's a very inspiring piece of work indeed. And the last ending, the moral, I love it, like improve yourself. Don't let your failure be like a block, be an obstacle. Do your best to success, and then you end it with your title. There's no such thing as failure, which is a very good way to end your speech with your title itself. Now, the whole speech is excellent, it's perfect. I'm inspired. If it's a CC10, I am so inspired. It's a 10 out of 10 for me. But there always is room for improvement. And one thing for improvement, I noticed that you tell lots of anecdotes, you tell lots of stories, but you didn't tell us the method. Now everybody's failures are different, right? We're not always going to fail on the same thing. What is the method of overcoming your failure? There must be a method. That's what left our audience maybe a dead air, a blank, like, oh wait, what I'm going to do to be like her? I want you to add that more if you're going to do it again. And also, I want you to clarify more. What is success? Success in many people' life are different. You know, like they always have a different, like antonyms of this. Failure is success. So you define failures and what is success. So add that in your next speech. And today is a great piece of work. Thank you very much.
Contestant number 3. Contestant number 3. Toastmaster Wisut. Toastmaster Wisut.
Hello, Toastmaster and guest. I really like Kun Apasala topic. There's not such thing like failure. The aim of this topic is to encourage people to have success in their life. The title in my idea is a little bit not clear. I need to use my skill. I need to use my brain, rethink to time, and I summarize that. The topic is about nothing failure. It's just one part of success. I really like your body language. You move your hand, your eye contact is very good. You have eye contact almost everyone in the room, and your voice, your tonation, and you show the way that how to solve the problem. You can ask the interviewer directly, and you got the answer very clear. After that, you take that to improve yourself. And the way that you use the technique of speaking, public speaking, you say, thank you, and thank you. So this is to emphasize what you need people to remember. And you say that after you have, you know how to correct, how to solve the problem. For the second time, you can make it and you got success even in the interview and in the examination. And you also use the technique that the first page I didn't see, the second page, the third, and then I found it in the last page. This is the technique that you can make people remember. So about the success, I will say something about Jack Ma. He said that don't let anybody to limit your dream. And also Steve Jobs said that the man who will success in their life have to be extremely passionate in their job. Thank you.
One minute of silence, please. Thank you very much. The fourth speaker number 4, Toastmaster Ted. Toastmaster Ted.
Thank you for a very inspiring speech. The thing I most liked about your speech was how it built up, and then the last line, there is no such thing as failure. It's just strong and simple, repeats the title. We already know what's going to happen, it reinforces it. I especially liked how you carefully controlled your voice throughout the entire speech. And at the end, your voice was louder than any other part. It was rising in energy, and even your body language. It felt like rising up. And that it was a perfect contrast with the beginning, where you were kind of down, your voice was a little bit quieter, and a sad story. It was really simple and easy to follow. In a way, it was a perfect speech. Simple story, good story, we could follow it. Throughout the whole speech, you had a lot of good body movement to keep us interested, and a lot of vocal variety. Also, good eye contact with the audience. There's only one suggestion I would make to turn a great speech into an amazing speech. I think your vocal variety and energy was so good that it was almost too good at the beginning and the middle. For example, you were talking about not getting the job. It was sad, but even then, I could feel your energy and power. That is good, but in a way it contradicted the message. As a specific suggestion, only one thing, I would change the body language. Instead of energetic, even slump your shoulders, not move, be low energy, lower voice. Aside from that, everything was nearly perfect. So I'm looking forward to your inspiring speeches in the future. Thank you.
Please remain silent until the judges finish the ballot.